Good morning, crap to cream, nice and early, out with the MG, and I'm at T&R Greens in a place called Beckenham, where we are going to be doing the dyno check and setting up the timing and the carburetor and everything else, and getting it right, hopefully. So I'll let him get things sorted out. Then we'll go from here. Yeah, so still continuing with the setup. Just anchoring it down now, and then put the gas analyzer in the exhaust. See how we go with that. This is Tristan. T&R Green. Working his magic. Well, nothing much to show really, apart from that. So here it is on idle. Magic, that's running a lot better than it was before. It's running a lot smoother already. So apparently it's way too lean, so that the jets could be well too small on the idle jets could be well too small. So that's a good start. Let's see how we go with this. I know this is a bit of a bitsy video, but I'm stopping and starting all the time, but unfortunately that's going to be the way it is with this. So sorry it's a bit noisy, but it's going to do a run now as is. See what it goes like. This is where he's expecting it to be. So yeah, God, 5,000 RPM, that hurt. But anyway, there's something wrong with the idle, so he's going to play around with the idle now, and then going to fix that up. So he's going to take the jets out and see what's in it, and then go from there. So the issue is the idle jets, and so the main jets are relatively straightforward to figure out because they go up in size like they normally do, but the idle jets don't. So you can have a 40 or 55 F8, F9, whatever, and it's quite difficult to figure out what's right and what's wrong, what's richer and what's leaner. So at the moment I need a richer mix. I'm just trying to figure out which way to go with that and what the jet is that will end up in there.
Here we go for another run.
Still a bit rich.
Yeah.
So these are the final numbers now, and there appears to be something fundamentally wrong with the carburetor, because it's a Chinese copy of an original Weber. I've got an original Weber at home, so I'm going to change that out at some point, and then I'll bring it back again, and then we'll put it on the dyno and see how we go next time. But yeah, that's it. Something fundamentally wrong with a cheap copy of an original Weber, unfortunately. So it's as good as it's going to get right now, and he's tried machining jets and drilling out jets in both directions, and he can't get the idle mixture to go weaker. So the actual mixture, when it's running, is fine. It runs fine, it goes well, and is making the power that he would expect. So there's the curves of what they look like. You've seen it go to the having several goes at the rolling road. So we're going to take it out for a test drive now and see where we go from there. So here we are, out for the test drive. Feels better.
Yeah, actually feels alright. So originally it was 2 lanes, so I probably wouldn't want to take off or get moving.
Oh, it was a bit, yeah,
jerky.
A bit, yeah, jerky, and it was popping back through the carburetor.
Yeah.
And stuff.
I was thinking about indicators if it's Euro style or the other style.
There you go.
Yeah. Piece of junk.
Love those brakes.
Yeah.
I have tried several different paths in this and still squeaks a little bit. Used to squeak really badly, make your eyes water.
Some people are oblivious that they don't hear it.
I do.
Yeah.
The old Weber makes it sound good though, doesn't it?
Pardon? the Weber?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the induction noise.
Yeah.
That's why the old Minis and all that, where it comes up behind the dash there, you really hear the growl. People love it. Good job, you flicked this one, Marty.
Sorry?
There's no flat spots, nothing weird actually. Performs fine.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, it hasn't experienced this sort of...
I've treated it harder than you.
Oh, like, yeah, significantly.
You have to make sure it works.
Yeah, well, that's the...
Nothing good if you can't enjoy it and you go to give it a stick or something like that and it spits or coughs or dies.
Yeah. Oh, no, well, no, that's fine. That's all good.
Good. If you give it a hard time, it was driving fine. Give it just chugging along like an old lady, and it drives fine as well. So.
Yeah, no, I got a couple of shows in April, so one's in Gin, so that'll be a nice little run for it.
Yeah. So that's driving like Miss Daisy, and it's still fine. So.
Yeah. Yeah, before when I was doing it like that, it was sort of kicking back on me.
Yeah.
But it's not doing it now. Oh no, well that's great.
Yeah, no, actually I reckon it'll be alright.
Here we are, back at, yeah.
Turn around so it's easy to get out. Back to idle, right, and I said it even starts by itself, so whereas before you couldn't.
It needed a bit of encouragement.
Yeah.
Here we are. Well, that's it. That's the end of the trip to T&R Greens for now. I'll put the other carburetor on, and then yeah, at some point I'll bring it back and try and set it up again and see if it can get any better. But right now it drives well, as you would have experienced. So there we go. Good one. Thank you very much indeed, Tristan and TRG, and not sponsored by them or anything, just using them as a shop. Thank you very much indeed. Subscriptions please, and likes, and any feedback, comments, great. Thank you very much indeed. Bye for now.